Hello all, welcome to the next module of Strategic Sales Management, Emerging Trends in Sales. Here we are going to achieve several learning objectives. So after going through this module, you should be able to understand the role of technology management in the selling process, elaborate on the use of automation in selling, its types and benefits. We will also try to comprehend the role of virtual reality and artificial intelligence in selling, and we'll also learn how to manage a diversified sales force, which is kind of very much required in today's world. And then towards the end we will try to learn more and appreciate the ethical and social issues that are there involved in face to face as well as virtual selling. So let's start with the first objective, that is to understand the role of technology management in the selling process. So this is the person. Can you guess who is this? So he is Gordon L. Moore, who is the co-founder of Intel Corporation, right? And then there is a famous law by his name, that's Moore's law. In 1960s, Moore said that the number of transistors in an integrated circuit is able to approximately double every year. What he is trying to tell here is that the technology is advancing in a double times or two times as per the time is growing. So each new technological advancement would pave the way for the newer and better advancements at an ever increasing rate. So technology is consistently reinventing and improving, and the world is being constantly reinvented around it. Now coming to what are the fascinating technology growth statistics that I want to share with you. So globally there are about 1.35 million tech startups around the world. The number of smart devices collecting, analyzing and sharing our data, that is consumers data and everyone's data, should hit 50 billion by 2030. The global internet penetration rate in 2022, as I am talking here, is around 63%, right? So the computing and processing capacity of computers hits double figures every 18 months. And if you look at the data that is produced on a day to day basis, by 2025 the world will produce 463 exabytes of data, right? And then by 2030 there will be 500 billion devices that are connected to the internet, and 5 billion people are using the internet on a daily basis. So these are some interesting stats that put forth how technology is advancing, how technology is getting adopted across the globe, across consumer segments as well. Now coming to what technology's impact will have on sales, right? So technology is transforming businesses and disrupting entire industries. So one of those industries that have been heavily affected is of course sales. That's what we are discussing. So from prospecting to closing, right, identifying a prospective customer and then closing the deal. Today's we are using, like salespeople are using mobile, social, big data, cloud, everything that is available through the new technologies. And these technologies are revamping the sales process in ways that would have been unthinkable only a few decades ago, right? So 20 years down the line, we might be using a very different technology. We might be using more of an AR, VR, that is artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality and all. So technology's impact on sales. Here we can also talk about digital transformation, which is the process of using digital technologies to create new or modify existing business processes, culture and customer experiences as well to meet changing businesses and market requirements. It transcends traditional roles like sales, marketing as well as customer services. So digital transformation begins and ends with how you think about your customers and how you are engaging with your customers. So as we move from paper to spreadsheets to smart applications nowadays, for managing our businesses, we have the chance to reimagine how we do business. How are we engaging our customers with whatever digital technology we are using outside in the market. So let's take about what are the different ways through which technology is affecting selling as a process, right? So there are six factors or six parameters that we can discuss under this. First one is the role of big data, then the role of social platforms, then SFA systems, which is nothing but Salesforce automation systems, and then cloud based CRM systems, that is customer relationship management systems. We also will also discuss mobile technology and how the newest form, bring your own device processes followed by organizations where they are accurately using those technological tools and advancements and devices to facilitate selling process. Let's discuss these all six roles one by one. First one is big data. So today we are, as I say, that there is so many exabytes of data that is being created across the globe. So the massive data requires what? We need to capture that data accurately, we need to manage it, and then we need to analyze it to get some insights about customers' behavior as well as their buying habits. And once we get those insights, that's ultimately going to transform into a competitive advantage a firm has as compared to its competitors. So the average company only analyzes roughly 12% of the data that they have available. So that's kind of huge opportunity is lying there. We are not making use of entire data, right? So companies are only able to access 12% of data that is generated and getting insights out of it and using it for their competitive advantage. So traditionally prospecting, which is kind of finding and qualifying potential customers with specific needs and wants, has been a time and labor intensive process. Like it takes a lot of time to qualify your leads, get information about them, qualify them, then try to reach out to them and all. So now through the use of big data analytics tools and customer data models that we can run, organizations can not only identify potential customers but more accurately predict which leads from B2C or B2B lead generation efforts are likely to become potential kind of customers or clients. So this gives the sales team a clearer idea of where to focus their efforts, right? So analytics also help organizations to determine which customers to target, how to use profiles to identify lookalike customers like similar customers, and which buyers are most likely to respond to different messages and offers that we are creating. In short, big data analytics tools help organizations focus their sales efforts on the most promising and potential customers and activities rather than wasting time on reacting to or reaching out to the customers who are least interested in your product and services. Social platforms, another way technology is affecting sales. So today's customers are more connected than ever due to social media platforms. Statistics show that a majority are turning to peer recommendations and reviews on social media as a part of their product search. Even in our daily life, we used to do kind of these research. Even if we are visiting a restaurant, we would like to see what kind of reviews it has got on those particular platforms. In fact, for the average customer, peer recommendations carry 10 times more weight than coming to something recommended from a salesperson, which is coming from salesperson. So even more revealing is the fact that most buyers have all but kind of completed their sales journey before even contacting a seller. So they already decide what they want to buy. So the only thing remains is just to kind of pay for those product and services and get the delivery, right? So organizations can follow this trail of digital breadcrumbs or digital footprints, we can say, from prospective buyers on social media and better target potential customers at just the right point in the decision making process, right? So it's all about getting there where your customer is, whether he is at the prospecting stage in the sales funnel or whether he is close to conversion. You need to be there with appropriate targeting messages and kind of offers. Customer feedback on social media platforms also help businesses refine and shape their messages and sales tactics. So you can use, so one as a salesperson or sales manager can also use those feedback available in those online reviews to kind of manage their sales tactics or even their promotional messages or marketing messages, just to ensure greater success in the future. Social platforms offer a unique advantage for sales team, and studies suggest that 78% of sales professionals who use social media consistently outsell their peers, right? So one who is using social media to know more about the customers, to kind of manage their messages, versus another salesperson who is not using social media, there is a clear cut difference and there is a clear cut winning position for someone who is actually using social media to kind of reach out to their customers. Third kind of way in which technology is affecting selling, that's kind of Salesforce automation systems. So statistics show that businesses without automation spend 71%, I repeat 71% of their time and resources planning and defining business processes. The same holds true for sales organizations. Selling requires a number of tedious, time consuming and repetitive tasks, like such as scheduling sales kind of appointments, sending follow up emails, updating sales opportunities, and even after buying, even after the transaction is complete, getting the kind of payment from the customer is again a very tedious task, right? So you need to send multiple reminders to the customer that your payment is due, and then once you need to do that, you need to follow up again and again. So these are some tedious and very time consuming tasks, but here is where Salesforce automation systems helps us. So we need Salesforce automations to improve productivity as well as profitability. But how SFA helps? So SFA solutions automate many tasks, freeing up sales employees to focus on activities that are more important with respect to generating more sales and revenue. So SFA allows sales managers to keep their teams up to date on current and new products and services. And with Salesforce automation, managers can also have instant access to all the information and activities of individual sales employees, sales figures, opportunities, customer complaints, and even other data that is used to kind of build your sales successfully. So armed with information provided in real time, managers can take action and make adjustment quickly to optimize efforts. So that's kind of dynamic capability is provided through these SFA systems to our salesperson or sales managers. Cloud-based CRM technology is another way through which technology is affecting selling today. So customer relationship management systems are powerful tools designed to give a holistic view of customer relationship by integrating marketing, sales, and customer support. So while traditional kind of on-site CRM software has their merit, cloud technology takes CRM to the whole new level. Like you have your CRM system installed on your cloud, and anybody from your sales team can access it from any place. So when CRM data is stored in the cloud, it can be accessed directly from anywhere at any time. When deployed correctly, a CRM presents a huge advantage for sales team and employees, as it allows them to get fast and accurate insights on what customers are doing, what they are drawn to, and when they are mostly likely to buy, right? So these triggers can be very well kind of predicted in advance using this cloud-based CRM technology. So armed with up-to-date relevant information and the ability to contact customers and prospects while on the go, a sales team becomes more agile, effective, and productive as well. So thanks to the cloud or cloud technology, organization can take advantage of software packages that even integrate your SFA, that is Salesforce automation softwares, along with your CRM system into a single cost-effective solution. So that's kind of an integration is also possible, and the average ROI of CRM is $8.71 for every $1 spent. And again, 300% is how much CRM software can increase conversion rate. So that's the power of using CRM in your daily selling processes, and that's kind of data that we have from webfx.com. Coming to the next important milestone in technology that is affecting selling processes is mobile technology. So if you look at the number of smartphones adoption or users worldwide since 2016 to 2027, that is a predicted. So we will going to have around more than 7.7 billion users of smartphone devices by 2027. And that's where one should not overlook mobile technology as a possible way to sell more effectively to your clients. The proliferation of mobile devices has changed many aspects of the selling process forever. For customers, the ability to research, evaluate, and purchase a particular product and services online using this technology has transformed their buying experience. For marketers and sales teams, they should take into account that since research shows 93% of customers who use their mobile devices to research about the products and services end up making a kind of final purchase. Mobile devices combined with the use of cloud-based CRM platform, employees have easy, immediate, and remote access to critical customer and opportunity data. So mobile communication and collaboration tools also enable kind of field employees to work with real-time data and update and edit customer data on the go itself, right? So rather than waiting until they return to the office and do those things or update those data sets in their kind of software later. So while interacting with the customer, at the same time a salesperson or sales manager can take those inputs and feed those inputs into the CRM system. So mobile technology gives salespeople instant access to product specs and other tools that increase the effectiveness of their sales pipeline. So they don't have to reach out to hard copies of brochures and templates and all. Instantly on their own mobile devices, they can just access those product specifications, comparison charts, and everything just to give a better customer experience to their clients. So when it's contract time, mobile access makes all documents readily available for the closing process, right? So even after when you're close to making the deal, it's very kind of easy for customer as well to get all the documents. For example, we are nowadays having a kind of we can open bank accounts from the comfort of our home, right? So on just one or two, three clicks, everything is digitalized. We can open those bank accounts. Similarly, even in sales processes, salesperson or sales manager can take benefits of this mobile technology to kind of give more kind of a better experience to their customers. And coming to the last way through which technology, or last option through which technology is affecting sales, is the strategy which is now many kind of organizations are adopting, that is bring your own device, BYOD. So what it is? So to fully capitalize on the power of mobile technology, many organizations nowadays are adopting this bring your own device practices among their sales force. So along with kind of eliminating the substantial cost associated with purchasing personal mobile devices for sales teams, right? So it's a huge costly affair, right? If you have a sales team of in thousands, how many devices will you be able to buy for them, right? So it's better if your salesperson bring his own device that can be integrated with your SFA and CRM softwares. So BYOD strategies bring a number of benefits to the sales process. What are they? Like through the utilization of the personal mobile devices, team members can easily access resources. They need to more effectively collaborate with their colleagues and even customers regardless of their location, right? So certain organizations kind of BYOD allows companies to provide important sales training, sales strategy updates, field support to team members, and even resulting into a empowered and very much kind of productive sales force can be employed. So firms that implemented a BYOD policy have seen an increase in employee productivity of approximately 20%, and that's how technology is affecting sales today. So individual personalities and selling styles of employees are important to the selling process. BYOD helps encourage personal expression by allowing employees to bring the device they prefer using into the work environment, right? So they can have their own devices which they are familiar with and use the same while selling to their customers or when they are on the sales call. So however, organizations should institute and enforce BYOD security policy as well, right? Because there is a lot of things nowadays going around, policies related to privacy and data kind of conspiracies and all. So it's important to protect kind of data privacy for those employees, those who are using your BYOD or kind of following those kind of initiatives. So this is to ensure that the use of personal devices for work purposes doesn't end up compromising sensitive corporate and customer data as well. That's how through different ways technology is affecting the selling processes, through big data solutions, through social platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn for that matter, Salesforce automation systems and the cloud-based CRM systems. And if they are integrated together, that's the best combination or best support your kind of salesperson will have. And then adopting more of a mobile technology solutions, as even it is kind of more feasible for your customers as well. It improvises that customer experience that you want to deliver. And finally, bring your own device strategy also. So these are some of the ways or aspects through which technology management is affecting selling processes today. So that's for the first module, that is to understand the role of technology management in the overall selling process. Thank you.